so severe that thousands took their own lives rather than submit.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the season finale of the X-Tremitiez ENT Talk Show on NightlineRadio.com each and every Friday, 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. iTunes Radio Top 40 listing, free TuneIn Radio app. Just type in Nightline Radio. The Legal Eagle, Jose Rivera, coming to you live worldwide, along with the greatest DJ in the entire universe, blasting off for satellites to an alien. Say what up, DJ FX on the ones and twos, and outside, you know, the producer that's getting the show moving along, the man himself, the super friend, Bad Silva.
Going places where you don't belong.
Welcome back to the greatest non-internet radio show on the planet to start your weekend off in the right way. It's the X-Tremitiez ENT Talk Show on NightlineRadio.com. Each and every Friday, 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. iTunes Radio Top 40 listing, free TuneIn Radio app. Just type in Nightline Radio for the first guest of the evening. And then we started it off with the great music in a spiritual manner. As I said before, it's like a metamorphosis for me personally. And to be able to be introduced with this individual here, who we've been in great talks, and we've already gone to the point where we actually sign papers together and all. That's how much we're going to work together with the community and all. On behalf of the greatest type of cultural events, this man right here is a great leader. He's a chief. And just the time that I met him and introduced him, I was just pushed back, spiritually. I felt like love in his house with his wife and my wife there. We were all just talking, conversing, and we just went down and found out we had a lot of similarities. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Taino tribe, the chief himself, Jose!
Wow, what an intro. You already know. Taino ti han han hatu.
Yes, sir.
May the good great spirit be with you. I greet you in the name of our ancestors, the Tainos of the Caribbean, great people of love and peace and unity.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And how are you?
Wonderful. Wonderful now.
Blessed to be here and blessed to, have you as our first guest for the evening, as we have a historical lineup coming up on just education. Today, we're starting off with you and talk about what it is that has been slowly taken out of history books, and education as to just the language itself. People don't understand these rituals that happen at certain events and cultural events and why they even occur and what is a certain program happening to educate these people. Right now, we're like the entire planet that is logged in right now. Everyone all overseas that are hitting me up right now, and they're actually proud that we're having someone that's representing of the nation. Please let everyone know who you are and what it takes to do what you do.
Well, my name is Jose Tureku Lopez. Tureku means heavenly light, which was a name that was given to me by Cacique Juaniquillo Torres, who passed recently. He was a great leader. He was one of the primary teachers of our Taino history and culture since you could say, early 60s. He was one of the people who, you could say, was the progenitors of the modern day Taino movement. And he taught us a lot. Our community has been around for ages, but we've, because of the cultural assimilation and the brainwashing and stuff like that, we've forgotten who we are as a people. And people seem to forget that we are Native Americans from the Caribbean who migrated from South America. And we've forgotten who we are. But there's some people that have kept the faith and kept the culture alive, but unfortunately under the radar. And so there's been a lot of groups out there, a lot of different Taino villages that have been emerging and trying to re-educate our people as to our heritage and our culture. And it's been very difficult because, especially with our young people, they've been assimilated to United States culture, which is not our culture. We've been assimilated into believing that we're Spanish people. We're not. We're Native Americans who speak Spanish as a result of our history. Our tragic history being, conquested in the whole nine. And so there's many different groups out there who are trying their best to re-educate in different forms. One of the ways that our group is doing it is by talking in the language of the young people so they can understand about their rich heritage and culture, and that they have one that's all their own language, their own music, their own customs, that is totally unlike American, United States, European cultures, or any other cultures out there.
Wow. So about how many members worldwide are there?
Well, it's hard to say because the Taino tribes are all over the world.
Right.
They exist in small micro groups. They can number anywhere between 30 to 3,000. All depends on the group you're talking about.
Right.
And then there's the other thing where they said that through culture, through time, they said that our culture was extinct. Untrue. So, and because they say we were extinct, the numbers are hard to say.
Okay.
Unless a great census happens, you're really not going to know the true number of Tainos that's out there. And then you got groups of Tainos that don't know they're Taino because of the assimilation, because of the brainwashing, because of all the horrible stuff that's done to us. So, your guess is good. I mean, I think at one time we numbered in the millions, like 6 million. Now it's like, who knows? what the number are. It's probably even doubled, but because people don't know, you don't know.
Now, according to history and what has been written in scripture, what are the sacrifices that Taino had to go through?
Well, one of the things is that when the conquest first happened in the Caribbean, unfortunately, a lot of tragedies happened where the Spanish soldiers came in and they pretty much did whatever they wanted to do. They raped people, they killed people, they disemboweled little children. It was really horrible stuff that occurred. And so they had to deal with that. And then through time, especially, the migrations and Operation Bootstrap and a lot of Caribbeans coming in here, they were forced to forget who they are and become United States citizens and adopt the culture. So they have to struggle with that and their own identity. Also, a lot of Native American Tainos, they have their own religious way of being, and they've had to kind of abandon that and adopt European religious practices, which is not, they're just to fit in. So that's some of the struggles that we've gone through time.
Okay, now besides the community work and getting the message out, what other things do your organization do?
Well, that's mainly it. Just really trying to re-educate our people, trying to help them any way we can through social services, through all kinds of different programs to reintegrate ourselves with our culture and our heritage.
So basically, a person would just say, listen, I want to learn about my Taino heritage, and I'm Puerto Rican, but I was born here. Mm-hmm. And when I go to Puerto Rico, I get told that I'm from over there. So, I don't know, what am I? Where do I fit in?
Well, you don't have to fit in because you already are who you are. It's just becoming more aware of who you are.
Exactly. And
that's where we come in.
Okay.
We come in many different forms. There's many different Taino villages out there, like I told you, and they have many different ways of going about reintegrating people. Some through music, some through dance, some through historical classes, some through, recreating sculptures of our artifacts and things like that. So,
now, what is it about Puerto Rico that is so enriching?
You got a list? Well, for one thing, we already know about our Taino culture, but then when you introduce the African culture because of the slave trade, and you introduce the Spanish culture, we become even now more than what we were. We become this rainbow, this arcoiris of rich heritage and rich cultures from different places, and then on top of that, you have different other cultures that have come in, the Russians, the Irish, all kinds of different cultures, and so we have a big melting pot of our own in Puerto Rico, and with all these different mixtures.
So I guess in essence, now that you just presented it to me that way, and I like to assess and listen, and by judging by what you said, and not even judging by what I get, is what's so enriching about Richport is the melting pot, like you said. Mm-hmm. It's not the jewelry. It's all that is in that pot. We have all this in us that no other ethnic background has.
Right.
That's how we are Puerto Rico.
Right.
Wow. Well, just to get into that and how we are enriching, let's get into the next track. Right here with the one and only
Jose Lopez, Cacique.
The chief himself.
You already know. X-Tremitiez.
Nightline Radio.
I love it so like the sacred mountain you keep. Bless the mother earth and the father sun, the spirit of fire as God is one, to burn your life eternally has just begun. Take it, Nani, way, Nani, way, why you are way, Nani, way, Nani, way, Nani, way, why you are way. Sometimes I wonder if my beating heart has a reason. Has a reason.
Extremities
Nightline Radio.
Takes my breath away. I spent so many nights wrestling with the feeling. I wrestle with the feeling. Do I have the strength to make it through the day? Do I have the strength? Do I have to make it through the day? But I was never meant to walk the road alone. I can only trust you. I can trust you. When you stay.
Welcome back to the Extremities ENT Talk Show on NightlineRadio.com. 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. iTunes Radio, Top 40 listening. Free TuneIn Radio app. Just type in Nightline Radio. Wow. That was a pretty Nice lineup. That last one right there, you already saw what I said to you off air, and how DJ FX already see how he was sneaking in the club, and just, I hope you're not offended or anything.
That was great.
All right. Yeah. So don't mind if your song might end up somewhere in Europe and stuff because of this guy. All right, cool. That's what's up. You know what? Besides the culture and thank you for just. Let me just first say thank you, because people see anyone, and please don't be offended when I say this, but they'll see your cane or something and they see the way you dress, they think this guy suffers from mental illness or this guy's on weapons, but they don't know. I know you. I went into your house. You invited me to your house the first day we met. Yes. I saw the culture and I felt in there. It was like I was in another land. Seriously, it was like, when you go into, people will go into botanicas. I didn't get that. What I got when I went into your home, it was like, I'm home.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I don't feel like that in a stranger's home. I felt like I was home, and I felt just speaking. You saw how we conversed. I don't talk to people like that.
Yes.
It's my job where I try to, encourage a person to speak, to socialize with society. Yes. But with you, it's just like, it was like, I didn't feel no vibe that was negative. And, the exchange we had and how the bond between our wives and all, everything was perfect. And, I told you that last year I was a part of something called The Point. They had a Taino tribe came in, and they took me to a point where we did a whole ceremony, and I chanted with them and marched with them, stuff that I've never even done. And why I did it, I don't know. But ever since then, I've been growing hair, and I've just been getting real in tune with my Puerto Rican sign. Shout out to my sponsor, Stadium Sounds, in the building. So just let everybody know, what influenced the music and where can everybody reach you?
Well, before I get into that, I just want to say that I want to give acknowledgement to all the other chiefs out there. There's a lot of chiefs. I'm not the only one. You can't announce me as a chief. I don't want anybody chopping my head or thinking I'm a supreme chief. I'm not. I'm just one peg, spoke in the wheel. Okay, getting to what you were saying before, I've always been involved in music my whole life. My family comes from a long line of musicians, and I've always been told since I was a child about our culture. So what inspired me to merge the two things together was the fact that I saw that so many people my age, my peers and younger, had no clue of their identity. It's like you said, when you came in, you felt like you were in another land, and it's not foreign to you because it's a part of who you are. It's inside, and now it's starting to emerge because now you're beginning to understand. You're beginning to get the information that you're something deeper than who you believe. Mm-hmm. Okay, and it comes back to your roots. And so we figured that the best way to bring our Taino culture back into the mainstream is to talk into the language that people here in this country speak. And their greatest language here is music. The people, their lives are governed by what they see on TV, music videos and stuff like that, especially when the young crowds. And so we figured, why not bring our people back into focus through music and through mixing of music? There's nothing wrong with that as long as the message is clear and the message is there. We are Taino, Boricua.
Boricua!
Yes, sir.
So what he did with that track.
Okay. That's the idea. We got to talk.
Oh man, so where can people locate you and if they want to get more information and want to research the site, the website that's up, and the organization, the 501c3?
Well, okay, as far as the 501c3, we don't have a website up yet, but we can be found on Facebook under Yaya Guaili Taino Tribe. We have like 2 Facebook pages there. Don't tell Mark Zuckerberg that. We got like 2 Facebook pages there. We also have our phone number where we can be reached. It's 646-548-4079.
Say it again, please.
646-548-4079. Because we cannot take that 9 to 5.
And Taino?
Oh. That's a little more complicated.
Oh, man. So, thank you for coming on the show. And people don't know, we got great things lined up coming up. We're doing events. We just got to fix little kinks here and there, but all our paperwork is correct.
Yes.
And thank you for even considering on working with me.
Oh, my pleasure.
And trusting me to put your name on with mine because,
Yes.
you know, we don't want to go to jail for nothing that happens, but we don't want people to get hurt either. So we insure ourselves correctly, and that's the stage we're at now, where everything is complete with us and everything. It's just with these damn documents from the mayor's office. Because these lunatics that want to take cars into crowds now is preventing us from having summer events, summer stages. They're trying to close it all down, you know, and it's sad that now you're going to have barriers so people could be safe. You got to have X amount of police officers just to throw an event. Even if it's 50 to 100 people, you need at least 5 cops. I don't want to live like that. We want to throw an event that everybody's going to enjoy, and everybody gets educated through health fair, through a health fair and through salsa music, and talk about our Taino heritage as well as our African heritage as well as the Spanish and the melting pot that we are. Because that's why we are Puerto Rico.
Yes.
At the end of the day.
Can.
And that's why I love that part. Boricua! All right, man. Thank you so much. Let everybody know your name again and how they can reach you.
Jose Lopez, Chief. The number is 646-548-4079. In Spanish, 646-548-4079.
And what's the name of that Taino tribe that's repping?
Yaya Guaili Taino tribe.
Yaya Guaili! Taino tribe!
That's it.
We're coming up next with the one and only man that's going to tell you the truth. Real Talk Radio. He knows what hip-hop is. He represented just like anyone who has a problem. He'll straighten you out with his words, because that's what he does. He's good with words, and he lets you understand through sophistication and through class. That's right, the one and only Al Pizarro is coming next worldwide on X-Tremitiez ENT on Nightline Radio. Let's go.
Nightline Radio. Thanks to you.
By that last thing. Oh, I'm still.